place called Henryetta. They don't allow no dancing in that town. So if you want to mix the sexes, then you better go to Texas, or you'll be in the city jail before the sun goes down.
Good morning, Green Country, and welcome to the Bronco Brad Show at Love Ford in Henryetta. The crossroads, the center of the universe, Highway 75 and I-40. And, of course, I want to welcome you to the Love Ford family, and thanks for watching and listening to us on the Sports Animal. I've got some great things going on this weekend, and I want to tell you about it, but we need to get into sports because we are in the Sports Animal. First of all, I'm very sad that my Oklahoma City Thunder are not still playing. I'm very sad that somebody from Texas is going to be winning the NCAA softball championship, and it's probably going to be the Longhorns for 2 years in a row, and that sucks. That sucks. Or what's my alternative? Texas Tech? Yeah, that sucks too, but yeah, I think I'd rather take that. I don't know. It just sucks. If you would have asked me 3 weeks ago, and you probably watched the show, you would have saw me saying that. If you would have asked me, say, who do you think would be playing right now in softball or anything from Oklahoma? And you know, I'm Okie through and through. Born here, raised here, die here. Okie, right? So I would have said, well, the Sooner Girls and the Oklahoma City Thunder. They're not playing. What I wouldn't have said is Oklahoma University baseball team. And guess what? After all that trash we were talking, they're probably going to Omaha. Hello. What happened? Dysfunctional? No, I guess not. They're just winning. So kudos, Skip. You made it through. You made it through somehow, I think. So they're playing up in Lawrence, and good luck to you guys. And I guess I'll see you in Omaha because that's the deal. You go, I go. Again, Brad from Love Ford in Henryetta, America. And I'd like to introduce you to some great folks from this great town. I've got a 16-time world champion Bronco rider, bull rider, all-around cowboy. That's right. He's the first spokesperson for Wrangler jeans. Miller Lite tastes great, less filling. The great Jim Shoulders. Let me tell you, I got a 3-time Super Bowl champion. He is a Hall of Famer. He's got his own beer, the 8 beer, Mr. Troy Aikman. And, of course, last but not least, one of the greatest actresses of all time. She played in great movies. She won a Tony. She played in great TV shows like Designing Women and Bewitched. Of course, I'm talking about the great Alice Ghostly. So, again, the first person I talked to is maybe one of the greatest athletes of all time, not just rodeo, the greatest athletes of all time, came here from Henryetta, the great Jim Shoulders. And this weekend we got two of the greatest rodeos. I mean, and this is the rodeo capital of the world. Not self-proclaimed, it's the rodeo capital of the world because this guy, Jim Shoulders, is the rodeo king of the world, and the rodeo grounds, the hollowed grounds, like religious. I'm telling you, this guy is religious. He's the dude. He is the ultimate cowboy. Is named after Mr. Jim Shoulders. And another great guy, Mr. Roy Madden, which we don't talk about a lot. We lost him a few years ago. He was a great ambassador for the city of Henryetta, the Chamber of Commerce. And one of the rodeos is named after him at the great Jim Shoulders Rodeo Fairgrounds. And a guy that puts this all together, or one of, Sonny Farrow. Thanks for coming in today, buddy.
Glad to be here.
Well, I appreciate it. There's a lot that goes into this rodeo. And by the way, folks, you don't have to be from Henryetta to come to this rodeo. You're in Tulsa. You're listening to us right now on the Sports Animal. It is a good time. Come see some good fun. Come down here and get some good fun. And, bring an ice chest if you want. Breakfast toast. Come on down here and check out these guys trying to make it to the next level. But Sonny, man, you guys do a lot of work putting this thing together, and I appreciate it. I'm good friends with the Shoulder family, and you guys carry on, and I think I think you do justice for the name of the great Jim Shoulders, and you guys work at it all the time. So what goes into this? What all has to go into this, make this happen?
And there's a lot of behind the scenes. It's Roy Madden. He kind of set the bar whenever he was here with us and part of this. He showed us how to go out and get our sponsors. All of our sponsors play a big role in this. And then it comes down to like Mark and Tammy. They have heart and soul to keep the rodeo going here, and so do I. I'm a younger generation trying to step in and help pick up. Where one day they're going to leave off, and I want to be able to pick up and take it on. But there's keeping the grounds up, keeping everything mowed, keeping the ground good. And when you're following a guy like Roy Madden, man, he set the bar so high. It's pretty big shoes to fill. So there's quite a bit that goes into it.
Oh, you guys do it. Roy's here, and you guys were still doing it, helping him out. But yeah, it's a great event. It's at the Jim Shoulders, if I didn't mention it, Fairgrounds, and I would think that has to keep you motivated a lot to because that name is so high in the rodeo community.
Man, the Shoulders family are phenomenal. I was a young kid when Jim Shoulders was still around, and I wish I could have got the experience. But just to be around Marvin and Lori, and the rest of them, and man, they're phenomenal. And to be part of this rodeo is cool. As growing up as a kid, I rodeoed in it, and I never dreamed one day that I could be a part of stepping up and volunteering and keeping it going. I believe this is our 6th annual Roy. This rodeo is dedicated to Roy Madden.
The Roy, right?
The spring rodeos are open rodeo, and and to say that War Rodeo Company does, that's who we use to put our spring rodeo on, and they're an old rodeo company. They come back. Mr. Ward and Jim Shoulders. I mean, all these guys have been around each other for years and been around for years. And it's a I'm kind of lost for words, but it's kind of like it's a dying art. Rodeo fizzles out a little bit here and there all the time, and man, we just want to do the best we can for our competitors, our people to come out, watch, entertain everybody, bring the community out to something that's history, and that's what it is. And also to keep this, honor this rodeo with two great men, from both of them are world champion mice. I believe Roy, he was in some movies. He drove stagecoach. He trained horses. He's big time Western guy. He goes.
Was he in Wagon Train?
Yeah.
He was?
Yeah. I believe.
Man, you gotta be kidding.
And I got to get better with my history, but man, I hooked up there with Tammy, and I said, hey, you're going to have to refresh me. I know this guy's done a lot, and I can't keep it all. My filing cabinet ain't as deep as some, but but they're awesome. It's just a good deal. It's family friendly. Come out and enjoy, support it. It's our hometown rodeo, and this rodeo always feeds into our bigger fall rodeo.
The fall rodeo is, of course, the Jim Shoulders Rodeo.
Yep.
Which is
pro
named
rodeo.
after the dude, right?
PRCA
It's pro rodeo, and
yeah.
That's where, and it's late in the year, right?
Yep.
So that's where the guys need to pick up some points, some money to get to the next level. Come in and try to pick up, and it's Jim Shoulders. It's Jim freaking Shoulder, man. 16-time world champion. You've heard me speech. You've heard 304 episodes now, and I've said this. Jim freaking Shoulders from Henryetta, America. This is the dude, and this is hollow ground here, and it's happening this week. Roy Madden, and this guy is one of the guys that tirelessly keeps this thing going, and just like probably businesses. You get outside stuff coming and weighing you down, and just life in general. What keeps you going?
What keeps me going?
Yeah, man.
First of all, I got a wife and 4 beautiful daughters at home, so that's kind of what fuels me to keep going. But man, I love my town. I love to dedicate a lot of time anywhere I can to help people, and just getting up every day and just trying to be better for myself, my family, and others. That's what keeps me going.
Man, that's great words to live by, because I just know that, man, life gets at you, and it's just like, man, forget this. I'd rather do this and this, because again, it's a lot of work. There's a lot of integral pieces that go into it. You mentioned earlier, you got to get with the sponsors, you got to get all this going, and you got to keep the fairgrounds going, and there's all these moving pieces that go into it, and it's nothing but me coming up and people like me shaking your hand saying thank you for your good work, and that's it. You know what I mean? You're just doing it, and it does mean a lot to the community, and I appreciate your hard work, and I think the community does too, and we should embrace that kind of stuff all around. If you guys are out there, it don't matter where you are, if you got something going on, man, keep up the faith, because it's tough, and this guy's doing it. He's an inspiration to me, and like you said, the Hyatts, they keep it going too, and keep up the good work. And I promise you, I've visited with the Shoulders themselves. They appreciate it, and they think that you do a great job keeping that name alive, and that means a lot to them.
You know, I don't know that I've been to every one of them, because, you know, as we growed up rodeoing, and we'd be entered other places. But I can't say that I've never been to one of our rodeos in Henryetta without the Shoulders family being there. I've never not seen them at a rodeo. You know, and they support it. They're big time supporters. And you know, there's a lot of people involved in this to keep this going. I mean, there's a lot of businesses in town. Y'all included in one. Y'all's one of the many moving parts as well. You know, there's, you know, just volunteers alone, there's 20 or 30 of them at least every rodeo, you know, and just from different people, different businesses, different, just all over. You know,
the local banks that come in,
you know,
they do the ticket gates.
I'll tell you one thing special to me is we had our rodeo meeting, just kind of going over everything we've got going and doing yesterday at noon. And I believe, Tammy, I don't want to butcher this, but we have a gentleman coming in that was part of, with Roy's friend, was a veteran rodeo.
Yeah.
And he's coming in. He called and said, where can I help? What can I do? Can I open a gate? You know, and I don't know where this guy's from. He's traveling in somewhere to stay for several days to help with the rodeo. And, man, that right there is cool. You know. That's cool. That is cool. And I just wanted to bring that up, you know, because Roy, you know, this rodeo world's like anything else you do, like a sports world or a golfing family. You know, it just goes on. It's tight. They're scattered out across the world, but it's a tight-knit group, and everybody helps each other. And Henrietta's really good at helping whenever it comes down to it.
They really are. Roy Madden was here as the Chamber of Commerce guy, and that dude would come in and check on us once every week or two, and just extending that hand out and saying, "Hey, what's going on? Everything cool? How you doing, man? I miss you." You don't know what that affects somebody's life with, and Roy Madden was a dude that did that, and that's why you guys are honoring him with by naming him by this rodeo at this great Jim Shoulders Fairground, and couldn't be to a better dude. And I got to tell you, I'm fired up that this rodeo is going on. And actually, after we get done with this right here, I'm catching a flight to go to Tennessee, and it's not because I don't want to be at this rodeo, because I do, and I try to catch them all. But my son's getting married in Nashville, Tennessee, so I got to go up to see that, and I couldn't miss an opportunity to see my grandbaby, so I'm going to be up there doing that. But I know you guys are going to be putting it on, and it's going to be a great time. And it's a cheap entertainment, folks. And let me tell you, if you haven't been to a small town rodeo, I was born in Altus, Oklahoma. And let me tell you, they put on a small town rodeo. And I always remember growing up, and I moved away from there, but I'd always go back there because I got an aunt that still lives there that small town rodeo, that is the funnest thing I have ever been to. These, it's just different. And if you want to come out, and I'm talking to you guys in Tulsa right now, hey, what do you want to do tonight, honey? Come to Henryetta, America. It's a short drive. We're at the crossroads, center of the universe, Highway 75 and I-40. Get out here early and buy yourself a truck and go out there and get out there and have some good time. By the way, it is employee pricing. And Ford's gave us a little bit extra money. Go to the website, iloveford.com. That's LUV, baby. And check those out. Of course, you get the Love Plus. That's a 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty on all new Love Fords and certifieds. And I'm knocking those prices down to a 7-year, 150,000 add-on mile warranty on all new used Loves certified. So if I certify them, you're going to get that warranty, and it's no cost to you. And keep in mind, you're going to get the best deals, and you got a chance to get that loan paid off up to $50,000. Nobody does that. I do it. Come in here, and if you don't want to buy a car, you just want to sell your car, you want to get out, and hey, times are tough. Come in here, sell it to me, or give me an opportunity. If you like the number I give you, this is all stuff I do. I'll buy your car, and when I sell it, if we make a profit, I'll split that profit with you. So it's all right here in Henryetta, America, one of the greatest towns in the world, and you can come in and do that today. Come out and you can check out the Shoney's, and then go to the rodeo. If you're not hungry, wait for the rodeo, because you guys, again, they got some volunteers out for everything, and those volunteers actually do make some pretty damn good hamburgers.
Yep.
I've had a few of them.
Yep, good hamburgers and hot dogs, and they roll them through there now.
Yeah, and I don't know if y'all are doing it this year, but I've had a Frito chili pie out there before.
Yep. Yeah, they have nachos, Frito chili pies, hamburgers, a little everything.
You can't miss. So the first night is Mutton Bustin.
Mutton Bustin starts at 7. The rodeo starts at 8, and I'm guessing there's unlimited entries on it, because the contractor on this one, he puts on the Mutton Bustin in the fall. In the fall rodeo, we put it on, so we only have a slot amount of time to do it, so we have to limit our entries. But you know what? Bring all them kids out there. The only requirement is a helmet, and I'm sure if you don't have one, there's probably somebody there to loan you one. So come out and bring the kids and let them ride on a sheep.
That's right. If you don't know what's going on, your kids come out and they ride a sheep, kind of like a bull rider, kind of like the great Jim Shoulders, Lane Frost, all that. If you watch 8 Seconds, they get on a sheep and they hang on, and they got prizes. Right?
They win money.
They win money.
They win money. Depending on how many entries.
You get them started out, get them some prize money.
Yeah. They win some money, and I'm sure they'll have a calf scramble, and I'm not sure if they do money. They're doing money the hard way or anything like that. But that's usually gets pretty interesting. It's pretty good entertainment as well.
Sonny, you know what I haven't seen at the rodeo?
What's that?
And I'm going to throw this in right now. I've seen it before, where you like put a card on the bull's head, and you got people coming in there, and they got to go out and grab it.
It's kind of like money the hard way, because usually
is that money the hard way?
Well, they'll usually put a string around their horns, so they got to grab that string off of them, or a ribbon on them. Oh yeah, it gets pretty Western, but I don't know if they're having it. Not every rodeo company does it. Sometimes the liability of it too at different places. But,
well, yeah.
Oh, you follow rodeo during whole hog days, they have it. Man, I've seen some people get. I'm talking about freight trained over there. And it gets pretty interesting. Yeah,
well, that's what people want to see.
It's fun. Yeah. It's good watching. You sign a waiver to get in there and you get after it. It's adult calf scrambling. But I tell them, no, they won't hurt you. You just gotta get out of the way.
I'm out. I rode a couple bulls before. I don't know if
kudos to you. I have too, but they was on my plate.
I don't know that I have 4.5 seconds between the two rides. That's why I'm amazed. I'm honest enough to tell you, it was like a midlife crisis thing. I had to do it, right? And I got a concussion.
I think a lot of other things I can do at a midlife crisis besides get on a bull that's trying to hurt me.
Yeah, I did those too, and they suck too. So I got on, I did it. It was quick.
Nobody has seen you at your other stuff. They get a whole bunch of people's watching you when you got bucked off, though.
Yeah, no, what? No, I don't know if you know this guy. Yeah, you're in the rodeo ground. I'm going to give you a shout out here, Dalton. Dalton, I have a cousin.
Yeah.
Named Mickey G, who actually was, he's a world champion steer wrestler. And he held the record for a minute out of Wichita Falls, Texas area, but Petrolia. And I was just popping off. I was probably early 40s and said, I want to ride a bull. And, of course, unfortunately, he's the guy that couldn't make that happen.
Oh, yeah.
He calls me on a Sunday, and he's like, all right, you ready to go? 45 minutes from town. Yeah, well, just come on Petrolia. So I said, all right. Yeah. And for some reason, I'm strong. I can do it. I can just hold on forever, right? I've never, ever rode a bull. I have no idea, but I'm cocky, and I think I can do it. So I got the directions. I went to Petrolia, and this guy had an arena, and they got me all geared up. Boom, boom. No helmets, by the way. No helmets. Just my cowboy hat. I got out there, and they got the bulls in. And no, don't worry about it. We're going to get you some easy ones. Well, turns out this guy's profession, Doris, Naughton Doris, is raising professional rodeo bulls.
Buck and stock, yeah.
Right? There ain't no easy ones out there. So I get this bull. Okay, so the first one is a big one. A big one. And I get on there. I don't know how long it was on there, but it was not long at all. And got bucked off and hit my head, got a concussion. Just was on the fence, and they're right because they wanted me to ride them all day. And I'm on the fence post, got my senses back. You ready to go? And I said, yep, let's go. And I get back in, and by that was the only instruction I have. All right, as soon as nod your head when you're ready, kick your spurs in, whatever. I'm gonna remember all that crap. So the next one is a lot smaller. I feel like I'm okay, right? And this thing's just up and down in the
chute, yeah.
The chute, right? And he's down at the bottom. I was like, there was no way I was saying yes at that point. He got back up, and I was like, all right, hit it, boom. Now, this little sucker, I think he shot me up, 30 feet in the air. It felt like. And all I knew is I didn't want to land on my head again. I'm coming off a concussion. I don't want to land on my head again. So I had all kinds of time, I felt like, to come down. And I came down with a straight leg, and I couldn't walk for 3 or 4 months.
You know what we call that?
Stupid.
You got yard darted.
Yard darted. What is that?
He throwed you way off there. You got yard darted.
I got yard darted.
Let me tell you. A little short story. We growed up right here around Henryetta, Southtown, by Ryle. We had a arena, we roped, but every time we got done roping at the end of the night, we had a few steers that was mean. I always try to get you. So we'd rope them, we'd hold on to them, put a cotton rope on them, and we'd ride them. We'd ride them out. Yeah. And so me and my brother, we was like, man, we can do this. We got to ride them steers, and we got to where we can ride them pretty good. Of course, they're just little old steers, and they're pretty mean and waspier end of them. And so we got a guy brought some fresh steers over, and they was big, should have been broke in and roped a long time ago. And this one yellow one, he'd get you. I'm talking about he'd hunt you down. And I said, we're going to catch him, we're going to hold him, we're going to ride him. And I said, we can ride him. We're going to start going down there to Terry Don's to them schools he was having.
By the way, Terry Don Phillips, another great rodeo guy right from Henry.
You missed him, didn't you?
I did,
Hey, so we're like, you know what? We're going to go down to Terry Don and start getting on some practice bulls. We're going to ride some bulls, too. And we're going to surprise everybody. Let me tell you what. My little brother gets on that steer, and this dude's bucking. My brother's riding him. Well, he gets bucked off. I don't know how long he was. We didn't have no stop clock. We're just hooping and hollering. But when he bucked him down, kind of yanked him down over him, he turned back and he hit my brother right there in the temple, right there behind the temple with that horn, knocked a hole in his head. It looked like it was 5 inches deep in there, which I know it wasn't.
Right.
That ended my bull riding career right there. I ain't never got on another one. Yeah. And then my dad, he was down there, and he said, let me show you boys how to ride. He yelled out, the little steer beat y'all up. So my dad gets on there, and he rides him. I mean, he rides the hair off of him. I thought, good grief, old man.
He rode him to town, didn't he?
But when he went to get off, he went to put his hand on the back of his head, and that steer ducked his head, and he missed him. When he come back up, hit him right there and broke 4 ribs.
Oh, man.
So that really ended our bull ride career.
Yeah,
I ain't riding no bull.
Nah,
Unless he's
no
on
fun.
a plate and platter and a 16-ounce
Yep.
cuts.
That's the way I want it. Yeah. They asked me after that last ride. They was like, "You ready for another one?" Nope. I am done. And
hey, hats off to the guys that get on them bucking horses and bulls, and they keep getting on them and keep getting on them because I tell you right now, they take a beating. I know many of them that.
I talked. Last time I visited with Marvin, I told him, I said, "Brother, I don't care how good you are, and I have little experience, and I'm not good at all. But I can only imagine that no matter how good you are, once you are lifted off that bull, when you fall, it hurts." And for you guys to keep getting on and on and on, much respect.
Well, in the true test of all time, of course they rodeo all year. I'm not just talking about roughies.
Yeah.
Bull riders, bronc riders, saddle bronc, whatever. When the NFR comes around at the end of the year and there's 10 rounds and they got to ride back to back to back, no matter if you're the bulldogger. I mean, that's a tough sport too.
Sure.
I mean, that beats you up. Knees,
yeah, absolutely.
Knees, hips, ankles. I mean, you name it. Sometimes teeth. Sometimes, they get the grill knocked out by a tooth. They miss a horn. But 10 rounds in a row. And them guys just get on every night. And that's what several of them I know is, when you crawl on that bull, your pain goes away. But as soon as you come off of it, it's right back, and you just gotta live off that adrenaline. And at the end, and how bad do you want it? And that goes back to anything you do in life. How bad do you want it?
That's exactly right, Sonny. And I was going there myself, and I appreciate that. That's exactly right, folks. Man, I'm telling you, if you need to get out here to this rodeo because it is life lessons, because these guys do it in and out every day, every night, even behind the scenes. I mean, these guys have no business coming out here giving up such valuable life time. All we got is time, and they're giving it up to make this thing happen behind the scenes, and it's awesome, and it's a great show, and it's really cheap fun. There's nowhere else you can pay so little to get so much entertainment, and it's a great time. It's a small town rodeo. It's the Roy Madden Rodeo at the Jim Shoulders Arena in Nichols Park, right outside there in Henryetta, America. You are going to love it. It's a lot of fun. Come out, see it tonight. Come on out, see this thing. You are going to love it. And don't eat a lot of food because the burgers, I'm for real. They are very good. Got the cheese melting right on top just like you like it. And you're going to have a good time. And remember, this is life, man. When you think, hey, man, I want to go forward. I want to give up. Life is kicking me in the gut. That's what these guys do every day. And you know what? They get up and they just keep doing it. And that's what you got to do, because you know what? Tomorrow's going to be better. So, man, Sonny, I appreciate you guys coming out. Come see me here at Love Ford today. And if not, if you miss me, go on out to the rodeo, because I'm telling you, you're going to love it. And this is Love Ford. Check out all my deals on iloveford.com. Call 918-268-2244 or go to iloveford.com. And, of course, as always, that's LUV, baby! Peace!
LUV, baby!